All right, let's dive right into this explainer and transform how you use Claude AI from a basic search engine into a highly capable thinking partner. Most people try Claude for the first time. They type in something super vague, get a really generic response back, and walk away thinking the tool is just average. But the tool isn't the problem here. The words are, and we're going to change that completely today.
Just look at the difference here between a beginner's generic query and a pro user's highly optimized command. When you just type "help me with my email," you get generic fluff, right? But when you layer your intentions, saying things like "act as an expert," "be direct," "give me 3 options," you unlock an entirely different level of capability. Claude is not a search engine where you punch in 3 keywords and get a list of links. It's a highly capable professional sitting right across the desk from you. And the way you speak to that professional dictates the quality of absolutely everything they give back to you.
To get you there, here is our roadmap for the explainer. First, mastering the prompt. Second, choosing your Claude model. Third, unlocking native power features. Fourth, Claude inside Microsoft Office. And finally, advanced commands and codes. We're going to walk through ascending levels of AI mastery, moving from foundational mindset all the way to advanced integrations and secret codes. Let's get into it. Starting with Section 1, Mastering the Prompt, let's see exactly how building the right prompt changes absolutely everything.
So the crucial point here is that combining these exact phrases literally filters Claude's response through a lens of deep professional experience. It unlocks its critical chain of thought reasoning. If you just ask for help, you get basic everyday assistance. But if you tell it, act as a senior expert, the depth changes instantly. Add, think step by step, and you activate this amazing methodical reasoning process where Claude actually catches its own errors. And perhaps my absolute favorite, tell me if I am wrong. You see, most AI tools are designed to just politely agree with you. Claude is actually built to push back, but only if you invite it to. These aren't just parlor tricks, they are exact signals that tell Claude what you actually need.
Now, if you're ever stuck, use the reverse prompting technique. Basically, instead of asking for the answer right out of the gate, have Claude interview you. Say your goal is to make your real estate business go viral. You state that goal, and then ask Claude to interview you about it. He'll ask about your target audience, your specific market, your current state, and then it actually writes the ultimate prompt for you. You take that generated prompt, feed it right back in, and boom, you've got a hyper-personalized, incredibly detailed 20-page playbook instead of that generic fluff.
Moving right along to Section 2, Choosing your Claude model. Let's talk about picking the exact right brain for the job.
You really want to think of these models as different tools in your toolkit. Haiku is your lightning-fast assistant. Sonnet, that's your reliable daily driver. And Opus is the senior architect you bring in for the really complex, multi-layered problem-solving. Look, you absolutely don't want to waste your daily token limits by asking Opus to draft a simple email. Use Sonnet for about 90% of your daily writing, coding, and analysis. But when you hit a wall with a gnarly debugging issue or a massive strategic decision, that's when you call in Opus. And for those really high-stakes business decisions, you're going to want the extended thinking feature. By toggling this on, you force Claude to slow down and really show its methodical reasoning. It literally opens up a thinking window where you can watch it debate edge cases, weigh the psychology of buyers, and question its own assumptions before it even starts typing your final answer. If a decision is going to cost your time or money, you absolutely want this toggled on.
All right, on to Section 3, Unlocking Native Power Features. These are the tools hiding in plain sight that turn Claude from a simple chatbot into a full-blown workspace.
First up, artifacts. This is a total game changer. Artifacts allow you to build things like customer survey forms or Excel data with formulas right there in the browser. You can edit and download them instantly without ever copying and pasting. Say you ask for a content calendar. Instead of a giant wall of chat text, Claude builds an actual spreadsheet in a side panel. You can literally say, change the topic in row 4, and it updates just that single cell. When you're done, just hit download. You're no longer just chatting anymore, you're actively building.
And artifacts pair beautifully with projects. By uploading your style guides or historical data into projects, Claude maintains persistent memory. It starts acting like a shared assistant that intimately knows your entire project history. Every conversation inside that project automatically references the brand guidelines or code bases you uploaded. You never have to repeat yourself, which is amazing. It just calibrates the tone and quality perfectly every single time you start a new chat.
Now, to put this next number into perspective, Claude possesses a massive 1 million token context window,
What does that actually mean? It means it can digest roughly 800 pages, or like 10 quarterly reports, while maintaining perfect recall. You could upload an entire book series, a whole year's worth of company emails, or a complete software codebase. Older AI models used to just forget the stuff hidden in the middle of a document, but Claude maintains up to 76% accuracy across that whole massive window. It connects the dots across hundreds of pages effortlessly.
Which brings us to Section 4, Claude inside Microsoft Office. Let's see how this all builds when Claude operates natively right inside your Office suite.
So once you install the Claude add-in and enable work across files, pure magic happens. Claude's sub-agents can actually talk to each other. They seamlessly pass data from an open Excel sheet straight into a Word document draft. Picture this. You have your regional sales data open in Excel, you open a blank Word doc, and you just tell Claude, draft an investor letter using the data from the Excel file I have open. The Word agent literally pings the Excel agent, they transmit the data, and generate a fully fledged, perfectly accurate corporate letter. It's wild.
And once you're inside Word, you can use granular highlighting to selectively rewrite paragraphs or scan massive contracts for specific themes. It turns your document into a highly analytical editing tool. If you highlight a single paragraph and say, expand this, Claude knows to leave the rest of your document completely untouched. You can even tell it, hey, highlight all areas in this 50-page contract that talk about AI safety, and it just visually maps them out for you. The time you save here is absolutely massive.
Okay, final stop. Section 5, Advanced Commands and Codes. Let's dive into the insider cheat codes that maximize efficiency and save your valuable compute tokens.
So, using / commands, like / by the way, lets you run parallel queries without interrupting Claude's complex background tasks. If Claude is churning through a massive spreadsheet, you don't have to sit there waiting. You just type /btw and ask your quick question. It'll answer you right then and there while continuing its main task in the background. We also have commands like /ultrathink, which forces maximum reasoning effort regardless of what your default settings are.
And you've got to remember this one. Utilizing /clear is absolutely vital. It acts like a palette cleanser when you're switching tasks, making sure Claude doesn't get confused by old data. Say you just finished writing a highly technical corporate memo, and now you want to draft a fun TikTok script. You need to use /clear. AI models really decrease in quality when they're burdened with irrelevant context. So clearing the slate keeps the AI sharp, prevents those weird hallucinations, and crucially, protects your daily token budget.
Armed with these levels of mastery, you are no longer just searching for basic answers. You are orchestrating entire workflows. You've learned the exact words to unlock professional reasoning, how to choose the right model for the job, and how to use artifacts and /commands to work at lightning speed. You literally have a million token genius sitting at your fingertips, ready to act as your senior expert. So, the blank prompt is waiting. What are you going to build with your new thinking partner today?